We live in an era of upgrades.
Every year, companies come out with new versions of their products, rolling out improved features with each release attempting to provide something irresistibly better than the last. This is a good thing. It's also a bad thing, and it poses challenges for those looking to make more intentional purchases. In this video, I'm going to break down my approach to upgrades and how to decide when is the right time to buy in.
I'm someone who calls himself a minimalist. You are a minimalist. Okay, I don't actually look in the mirror and call myself a minimalist. Now that I've implemented it into my life, it's kind of in the background. It's not something I really think about too often, besides when I'm making videos like this. But I do realize that people have a lot of misconceptions about what it means to be a minimalist or what it means to live an intentional life, especially as it relates to technology. But here's the truth. I'm not a big fan of caves. I like being connected. I wouldn't be very productive if I never upgraded from my 2006 HP Pavilion desktop computer. And my films would look like shit if I decided to stick with my original Sony Handycam that I started out with in college. So upgrading to me isn't just a convenience, it's not a nice to have, it's a necessity for the work that I do. And this constant improvement is also vital for the companies that are making the products as well.
There's fierce competition when it comes to personal technology. Smartphones, laptops, cameras, and even headphones have multiple companies vying for your income and attention. This means they've got to actually deliver. They need to make real improvements to their products to deliver a better experience, improve technology, or new features to the end user. If they don't, they risk losing customers and potentially even killing their company entirely. RIP Palm Pilot. But this constant upgrading can also be a bad thing. Apple has released a new version or variation of the iPhone every year since 2007.
What we're going to do is get rid of all these buttons.
It's hard not to get excited about the hype around these product releases. It's like a gender reveal on crack.
Except people actually care about the results. Rachel, nobody cares about your baby.
There's a lot of theatrics to these releases, and companies do as much as they can to prove to you why it's worth making the upgrade.
We are on an incredible pace of innovation.
And as people are upgrading their phones less frequently than years past, manufacturers are looking for new ways to get you to buy in.
I think there is this issue right now of upgrading to new devices or not upgrading to new devices because you don't feel that all that much has changed. Slap another camera on and then people are gonna look at the new device and say, oh,
upgraded.
It's new. You need a way physically for people around you to know when you place it on the table or hold it to your head that it's newer, better, and you had the money to buy it.
They purposefully reinvent the look of the phone, add more cameras, increase the screen size, eliminate the bevel, make it thinner, make it bigger, make it smaller, matte finish, polished coating, new colors, sometimes because it makes the phone better. But many of these changes are completely arbitrary. They want the phone to look different. In the past, your vehicle was one of the biggest status symbols you could have. And while they still hold a place for those looking to reveal the true size of their ego, these days it's much easier to show your status with what's in your pocket. Your penis.
It's not your penis. It's your phone.
Technology is the new status symbol. From our headphones to our laptops, it's a message to those around us the kind of person we are and the kind of money we have. It's also worth noting that it works in the reverse. I'm thinking about the people that refuse to upgrade and brag about still using a flip phone.
Want to see my phone?
See my phone? Look at this.
Look, we got magic, but I don't even know the number. They had to write it down.
Can you believe this? Can you believe this guy? No, if you're like Larry and you never want to upgrade your phone, you want that same flip phone you've had for the past 10 years, that's great. We applaud you, we commend you for your bravery. But for the rest of us who are really into technology and who enjoy an upgrade every once in a while, things are going to be a little bit challenging. It's difficult because we do need to upgrade our phones every once in a while, but not at the rate at which phones are being produced. For myself personally, whenever I'm thinking about making an upgrade, I have a very short and simple checklist that I follow to make sure that I'm making the best decision for my needs. Can I afford it? This is really the bar you should be setting for yourself anytime you're making a non-essential purchase. If you're in credit card debt, if you're living paycheck to paycheck, it's probably not the best time to spend $1,000 on a phone. Your phone upgrade is not an essential. Getting out of debt, paying off your credit card bills, starting a retirement account, those things are. So if you're not doing great financially right now, just be like Larry, pull out that flip phone, suck it up for a couple more years until you get yourself in a better financial standing. If you've got the money, the next question I'd ask is, How is my current device holding up? This sophisticated graph shows the time frustration correlation. The amount of time I can deal with a slow functioning, highly frustrating device is pretty limited. If I'm constantly having trouble with Bluetooth, software bugs, slow responsiveness, and shortened battery life, I'll start to think about making an upgrade.
Apple is apologizing after admitting a software update deliberately slowed some older iPhones.
That happened. Apple said they did this to extend the battery life of older phones. It sparked a lot of controversy online about whether Apple was intentionally making you want to buy a new phone out of frustration. They probably could have avoided some of this blowback by giving an option for the user, or at the very least being transparent about it up front. Either way, you might want to think before updating the software on your older phone. The new software is designed for faster processing power, and yours might not hold up.
There are some things you can do to get more mileage out of your device. You can have the battery replaced, you can repair the screen, you can use a case so it's safe against slips and falls. So I've got these Bose headphones. They're great, noise canceling, works really well. I use them for travel and I use them for video editing and a whole lot of stuff, hours and hours every day. And as you can see, there's some noticeable wear and tear of the cushion right there. But the fix is actually really easy. It's a replacement part that costs a few bucks online. You can pop this off, replace it yourself. No need to replace your headphones completely. That would be ridiculous. I do these little things as much as I can for most of my technologies, just to make sure I get a little bit extra wear out of them. And the last question, is the difference worth it? So when I'm upgrading from one device to the next, the last thing that I really think about is, are the features worth it? Is there an actual difference between one phone and the next? And from a year-to-year basis, that has never been true for me. But over the course of 3 years, you can really start to notice some significant improvements. The two features that I really look for and that impact my purchasing decision the most are the screen as well as the camera. As a filmmaker running around LA, oftentimes I'm not allowed to bring my pro camera into a grocery store or into an office, so I'm always getting yelled at and told to stop filming, which can be very frustrating, but they never stop you from filming on your phone. At least most of the time they don't stop you from filming on your phone. So for me to be able to have a nice run and gun camera that has a good lens, that's a big selling point for me, and that's a big motivator for me to re-up every 2 to 3 years. Other than that though, the other features don't really make a huge difference to me. Face detection, thumbprint, technology. I just don't really use my phone that much for it to be worth it for other reasons. So obviously your decisions may be completely different than mine depending upon how you use your phone.
So this is the new iPad Pro. It is an incredible tablet. Still an iPad though.
And that's something that I've been saying more and more lately. There's a new phone, but it's still a phone. There's a new computer, but it's still a computer. It still does the same thing that it's always done, but it's just a little bit nicer, a little bit bigger, a little bit better pixels. That little bit I try not to let get in the way of my own well-being. I try to make it a daily practice to be happy and grateful for the things that I have and not always so hyper-focused on the next thing to come. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you want to help support this ad-free YouTube channel and also get exclusive videos that I don't release anywhere else, you can go to patreon.com/MattDiavella.
For $12 a month, you can get access to extended interviews from this channel, personal vlogs, videos about growing your audience and building habits.
All right, so things are a little bit crazy in the bedroom right now. This is what the bedroom looks like.
My next Patreon exclusive video is going to be on the importance of journaling for productivity. If you sign up today, you'll get access to 18 videos and 6 AMA podcast episodes with new content coming every month. Thanks for your support, and I'll see you next week.